97.7 KAFA with the Local Licks show on a Friday night right before these guys in studio with us are going to be playing a show here in town on Saturday night. We have the myth of modern medicine. No S on that? Is that right, Ryan?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. All right. I've got Ryan and John is here. Hi, John.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Not bad.
Good to have you here. And also, Chris is with us. They're a three-piece band out of Colorado Springs, and we're glad to have you in the KAFA studios. Welcome to Local Licks.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Ryan, tell us a little bit about your sound. We're going to play some music off the disc, and thanks for bringing in the CD. It's always good to get the hard copy of the disc so that you can look at the tracks and see what's inside and get a feel for it that way. But before we play some tunes, tell our listeners about the myth of modern medicine, what they're going to hear.
Well, we're a local band. We're a guitar-driven alternative rock. There's some elements of pop, punk, and metal kind of tossed in there. But we started about 3 years ago as a 5-piece band, ended up condensing into a 3-piece, and really, I feel, developed and kind of blossomed as we moved into that trio.
Okay. And John, what brought you guys together? Did you guys know each other as teenagers or grow up together or what?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Ryan and I were in youth group together, so we know each other for, I don't know, like 15 years probably.
Yeah. All right.
And so we played together back then, and we've always been friends since. And thought it would be cool if one day kind of put a band together. Turns out that so we had an opportunity to come up, and we just threw a couple guys together to do an acoustic set to warm up for a friend, and we were like, wow, this really clicked, and
nice.
So we decided to just make a go out of it, and then we met Chris through a mutual friend, and like Ryan said, at some point we started narrowing down, and so that's what brought us to where we are. Brought us
to a 3-man band.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, tell us who plays what in the band, and then I want you guys to pick a song off the CD. You guys will pick it. So tell us, what do you play?
Well, I play guitar and I sing. Ryan sings as well. He plays bass, and John is our drummer and does some background vocals. And which song are we playing today, guys?
Depleted, I guess.
Let's play Depleted. That's a good song.
That's a good one to get started with.
Yeah. So it's entitled "Depleted Unobtainium is a War Crime." Kind of a silly title. Came from a collection of ideas from an anti-flag punk band blended with the unobtainable mineral in Avatar, James Cameron's cinematic adventure.
All right. I think you lost me there, but okay. All right. And speaking of titles, when we come back after this track, we want to talk about the name of the band and where you guys came up with that.
Okay, perfect.
All right. The Myth of Modern Medicine right here on Local Licks on KAFA FM.
You made it. You aren't who I love. You left me to bleed. You made me this. You made me. Take my eyes to show me that the truth has come to life to save me. You'll never see a tear from me. I'll see crystal clear through these eyes. You'll never hear a word from me. Won't waste one breath on you anymore. Take my eyes to show me I need you. Made me this. You made me. Take my eyes to show me that the truth has come to light to save me.
97.7 KAFA with local band The Myth of Modern Medicine right here on Local Licks tonight. And they're in the studios. And that track was, again, John, what was the name of that?
Depleted unobtainium is a war crime.
All right.
I can barely say it.
Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, I want to get to the name of the band. I'm always curious as where bands come up with their names. So The Myth of Modern Medicine is pretty unique. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't taken already because it sounds like kind of a cool band name. So what's the deal? Where'd that come from?
It's kind of a variety of different things. It kind of started out as just joking around because we were trying to come up with a name for a band, which I always feel is kind of a challenging task to start taking on.
Yeah. It's like trying to give yourself a nickname.
Yeah, exactly, which is never really a good idea, I feel. And, even bands like the Beatles, sounds good now.
Right.
But I feel if I were to go, hey, the Beatles, it probably would have got shut down.
If no one had,
they'd be like, oh, music joke. That's real cool, Ryan. And so it kind of just developed out of a lack of other options. We all settled and said, hey, this is going to be kind of a fun name. We like the alliteration. But as it's developed and as we've grown as a band, we try and get involved with a lot of different events. We've been playing the March of Dimes the past couple of years.
Cool.
And so even though it started out as a joke, I think a lot of it plays into us trying to help people have access to the care that they might need.
So talk about how you guys, I guess each band is different and how you work together. It's got to be a group effort, right? Or if it's not a group effort, it's just John and a couple of guys in the studio musicians doing what John wants to do, right? So do you guys work with each other and say, hey, why don't you try this or do that a little differently? How does that work as a band when you guys are developing your songs?
No, absolutely. It's definitely a team effort for us. Each of us has very different talents. I came to the band as kind of the music geek, and I know about music theory, and I played guitar a lot. John is a very talented drummer who also knows a lot about graphic design, and so he's helped us with our merchandise for sure and advertising.
Okay, yeah, to another level altogether right there.
Exactly. And Ryan's just a really good speaker and just networker, and so he's the guy that helps us get all of our gigs.
Oh, okay.
And so it works together very well.
And as clearly as Chris just said there, I'm definitely the weak link musically. And so
Ryan and actually, we
my
compete
role.
for the weakest link.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I feel like lately I've really been stepping up my game, though.
I'm gonna have
Not
to.
doing well.
I'm gonna have to do less for sure.
So Ryan, talk about that a little bit about how it is, because there's a lot of bands. I mean, Colorado is I think becoming kind of a place for music. I mean, there's a lot of great bands. In fact, I just heard a big rumor yesterday that Churchill has broken up. So that's a scoop here on the Local Licks show tonight. I haven't that's not confirmed yet, I don't think, or maybe it has in the past 24 hours. But there's a lot of bands out there, and there's DJs out there, and then there's, I guess, I don't know what else, but there's a lot of entertainment. How do you go and get those gigs?
Honestly, it kind of started, like John had mentioned at the beginning of the interview. We just had a couple friends who happen to be musicians, because I do feel the group of musicians in Colorado Springs, at least, is a relatively tight-knit group. A lot of people know other people and whatnot. And so they knew we played guitar and they needed an opening act. So we ended up just playing that show. And out of that ended up birthing a couple opportunities, working with mainly Chris at the Black Sheep, and kind of moving forward there. But yeah, honestly, I found a lot of it is just giving it a go.
Yeah.
The worst anyone can say is no.
Right.
So you might as well just try and contact things that maybe you don't feel would be an opportunity that would be available for you. I find if you just try and take it up, you never know what can happen.
All right. The Myth of Modern Medicine right here in the KAFA studios for Local Licks tonight. Let's play another track. You guys pick it out. John, what do you think? What should we do next?
I got to pick the first one.
Oh, okay. All right. Right.
I'd probably, keeping with the just the titles that are flowing off the tongue, Cats and Camels, I believe, would be.
That's the last track on the disc.
That it is.
All right. And there's 12 tracks on here. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is a full length.
That's
and
awesome.
we are currently working on writing, and we'll hopefully be getting back in the studio soon to come out with a new EP late this year, early next year as well.
Oh, great.
So.
All right. And we'll talk about this project and where people can get their hands on this CD that I'm holding after we play this song. This is called Cats and Camels on KAFA's Local Licks show.
Dad odds. I am the hardest friend to keep, like watching your own funeral, a death of what will never be. No matter how hard you try, the two can never separate. Buy a drink for your new medication. Of course, this isn't desperate. Blood pumping so hard it hurts. How can I be built so broken? Run, go, be like the rest. Leave me bleeding here from this hole in my chest. Don't go, tell me you care. Give me one more reason. Life isn't fair. My heart and mind had odds. I am the hardest friend to keep, like watching your own funeral, a death of what will never be. No matter how hard you try, the two can never separate. Buy a drink for your new medication. Of course, this isn't desperate. Blood pumping so hard it hurts. How can I be built so broken? Run, go, be like the rest. Leave me bleeding here from the soul in my chest. Don't go, tell me you care. Give me one more reason. Life isn't fair. Run, go, be like the rest. Leave me bleeding here from the soul in my chest. Don't go, tell me you care. Give me one more reason. Life isn't fair. I've got to wake up from this. Send that shock right through my veins. In vain, I will try everything, everything to relieve all of the pain. Every insecurity's exposed. You abandon with the best of them. How can it be any different when it always seems to end the same? Blood pumping so hard it hurts. How can I be built so broken?
97.7 KAFA, you're listening to Local Licks, our local music show. Every Friday night, we give you a taste of music made right here in Colorado with great bands like you just heard, The Myth of Modern Medicine. That was called Cats and Camels, and they're right here in the studio with us. Ryan, good to have you guys. This is your self-titled CD that we have, that we've been playing some tracks off of. And is this your first disc out, or...?
Actually, we had an EP before that,
okay.
So that's going to be our first disc with us recording as a trio. But we do have a little bit older 5-song EP that when we were working as a 5-piece we recorded.
Okay, and this self-titled disc is available to people all over the place if they want to get a copy of it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find a lot of that music. It's on Reverb Nation, Facebook, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. Also, obviously, at any of our shows, you're able to pick that up as well.
All right. And Chris, you guys are playing a show coming up tomorrow night, right?
Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night at where at?
At the Black Sheep. Doors open 7:30, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be the headliners, so looking forward to it.
Great. John, who else is just you guys or some other bands with you?
No, there's 5 bands on the bill.
Wow.
Ryan, maybe you can help me remember all the names.
Yeah, so we're playing with a band called Cull the Herd. They're sort of a Deftonesy melodic metal feel.
All right.
And then we actually are playing with a couple other bands that we really like to partner with. One is the first show by a band called the SOS Call, and it is members of the bands Government Camp and Tango Red Tapestry, the War Parts. They're kind of coming together to do an acoustic indie feeling thing.
Okay.
And then we are playing with Psych 96 out of Denver and December Downfall, which is a pop punk band out of the Springs.
And the show starts what time?
7:30.
7:30 at the Black Sheep. If you want to catch these guys live tomorrow night, a great opportunity to do that. And some upcoming shows, too. I guess you can keep track of that on Facebook or wherever.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a handful of things coming up. We're playing a benefit, try and help out some of the less fortunate in our downtown area. We're going to be playing at, it looks like Acacia Park on August 9th, as well as we're going to be opening up for an awesome musician, Leftmore, coming up on the 16th of August at the Black Sheep as well.
Thanks, man. And John, as we wrap up tonight, we want to play one more song. Your pick again. You did a good job on the first one.
All right, great. Let's play Playground Bourgeoisie.
All right, let's do it. We've got The Myth of Modern Medicine right here. Guys, it's been great to meet you and have you on the show. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys will keep track with us so that we can keep our listeners updated on you guys, and look forward to seeing you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much.